Take a good hard look at your life. I mean, really look. You're comfortable, aren't you? The bills are paid, there's food in the fridge, you're endlessly scrolling on your phone with a Netflix queue ready to go. On the surface, everything seems fine, but deep inside, isn't there something screaming? A part of you that feels numb, bored, and like you're slowly dying in the name of stability? Welcome to the comfort trap. Society sells this trap as the ultimate success story. Get the job, get the house, lock in the routine. But let's be honest, it's a cage. A really nice cage with soft pillows, but a cage nonetheless. And you stay. You stay because it's easy. You stay because real change is painful. You stay because you're haunted by the question, what if I try and it's even worse? The legendary George Carlin saw this from a mile away. He said, we're drowning in bullshit and we just keep buying more of it. Well, comfort is the biggest, most seductive bullshit of all. It's that little voice whispering in your ear, stay here, it's safe. But you know what? Safe is where dreams go to die. It's the graveyard of potential. We tell ourselves all sorts of convenient lies to justify staying put. This is good enough. I'm too old to start over now. Look, everyone else is doing it, so it must be right. It's all bullshit. Let me be clear. Comfort is not happiness. It's anesthesia. It numbs the pain, sure, but it also numbs the joy, the excitement, the thrill of being truly alive. It keeps you small, so you never have to face the terrifying, exhilarating reality of how big you could actually become. Carlin would probably be laughing at us right now. He famously said, we buy shit we doen't need with money, we doen't have to impress people we doen't like, and then we have the audacity to call this mess the good life. The greatest lie we've ever been sold is that comfort equals freedom, the truth. Comfort is the chain. It's the invisible fence keeping you penned in. So you have a choice. You can either break it or you can stay chained. Stop waiting for a magical bolt of motivation to strike you down. It's not coming. Instead, do this. Starting today, every single day, I want you to do one thing that scares you. Just one thing that makes you feel uncomfortable. One thing that forces you to grow. Take a freezing cold shower. Have that difficult, honest conversation you've been avoiding. Finally, start that project you keep pushing to tomorrow. Say no to something easy and safe. Say yes to something that feels a little risky. When you do this, you're going to feel resistance. That's the feeling of the chain rattling. That's your cue to pull harder. Don't back down. Each time you deliberately break out of your comfort zone, you get a little bit stronger. Each time you choose growth over ease, you reclaim a piece of your power. This isn't a one-time thing. This is a daily practice. Do it every day and watch your average life slowly disappear, replaced by something extraordinary. The life you truly want isn't found in comfort. It's forged in the fire of voluntary discomfort. It's time to stop settling for the appetizer and demand the main course of life. Break the chains. Start today. Thanks for watching. If this hit home, hit that subscribe button and let's keep growing together. Take a hard look at your life, every single inch of it, the wins, the losses, the mess. It's all a reflection of your choices. Don't like what you see? Then stop cursing the mirror. It's time to smash the comfortable cage you've built around yourself. It's time to step into the arena. I'm talking about the place where it's all sweat, blood, and dust, where the stink of failure is real. There is no safety net here, just raw, unfiltered effort. Theodore Roosevelt had it right. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, but who at the end knows the triumph of high achievement. The credit never goes to those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. You have to own that dust. You have to own looking stupid. You have to own falling down 8 times, because those falls, that's not just dirt on your face. That's gold. That's data. It tells you that was the wrong foot. That was bad timing. That was a weak grip. That was a dead-end path. When you get up for the 9th time, you're not just getting up. You're rising with the weight of 8 lessons. You're heavier, sharper, more dangerous. I remember that line from the anime, believe in me who believes in you. That's a great start, but eventually you have to believe in yourself. Look at me. I'm standing here, a dyslexic warrior with scars from jail, broken on the road. Grinding every day without a script, my words might trip over themselves, but the truth lands harder because of it. Every stumble you hear is me actively pushing past my own brain's wiring, trying to be better than I was yesterday. This isn't a performance. This is the strenuous life. Live on camera. I'm living the fire I'm screaming about. I own my scars. It's time for you to own yours. You weren't built for a small life. You weren't designed to be tucked away in some padded grave of comfort. You were born to burn bright, to fight back against the chaos, to rise through all the nonsense life throws at you. So no more comfort, no more excuses. There is no safe lane on the road to greatness, right here, right now. I want you to ask yourself an ugly, honest question. What would the absolute best version of me do? And then you go do that thing. You don't ask for permission. You don't plan a retreat. You just do it. Feel that fire in your ribs? That's not pain. That's your edge exploding. That's your real life finally roaring to the surface. Answer its call. Ignite your potential. Own it all. And when you fall again, and you will, you'll learn faster. When you speak again, you'll stumble prouder. This world is starving for authenticity. It's starving for raw, battle-tested truth, not polished perfection. So burn your comfort zone to the ground. Rise heavier. Become absolutely unstoppable. Your journey starts now. Thank you for watching. You have a factory in your head. It runs 24/7. It produces excuses like clockwork. I'm too tired. I'm not ready. Tomorrow will be better. It sounds reasonable. It feels protective. But it's a factory of lies, and you're the owner paying the bills with your potential. Every excuse is a brick in the wall between you and the life you want. Stop feeding the machine. We call them reasons. We dress them up, we defend them, but they're excuses, and excuses are the currency of the mediocre. Carlin would say we're full of shit and we're the ones buying it. Flip it. Stop saying I couldn't. Start saying I chose not to. That truth hurts. Good. Let it hurt. Pain is the first step to change. Own it. Your comfort is your enemy. Not your boss, not the economy, not time, your own choice to stay comfortable. The person who never leaves the safe lane never discovers the road. The person who never risks never wins big. Own the discomfort. Thank it. It's the only thing that makes you real. Carlin knew it. Life is absurd, painful, and short. Stop pretending it's supposed to be comfortable. Embrace the chaos. Embrace the fight. That's where the edge lives. You weren't born to settle. You weren't born to numb out. You were born to burn bright, to fight, to rise. No more good enough. No more safe lane. Today, break one comfort. Feel that fire. That's your edge igniting. Go claim it, own it, burn the safe lane down. When the factory starts running, ask one question: is this excuse serving my future or protecting my comfort? If it's comfort, kill it. Take the action anyway. One dead excuse creates space for momentum. Kill enough and the factory shuts down. You take over and never look back. Look at your life right now. Not the filtered version, the raw, ugly truth staring back. Most men are already dead. They just haven't stopped breathing yet. Same alarm. Same weak coffee. Same soul-rotting loop they call stable. They mumble, this is fine. Good enough. I'm trying. That's not living. That's slow burial. Every good enough is another shovel of dirt on the warrior you were born to be. Theodore Roosevelt saw these walking corpses clear, cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. They never rock the boat, so the boat becomes their coffin at the bottom of the ocean. You weren't put on this earth to rot in gray twilight. You were built for war. Settling isn't safe, it's suicide by 1,000 tiny surrenders, that quiet voice in your gut. That's not anxiety. That's your soul screaming, I refuse to die average. Kill the sedative lie or it kills you. We lie to ourselves every damn morning just to stain, I am doing okay, it's not my season. Not everyone's meant to be great. That sedative is poison. It keeps your fire on life support while your potential rots. Rakli no chakra, no gifts. Pure dropout carved it in stone. A dropout will beat a genius through hard work. Naruto doubled down with unbreakable steel. I'm not gonna run away. I never go back on my word. That's mine Indo mine ninja way. Edward Elric sealed it with blood. A lesson without pain is meaningless. No one gains without sacrificing something. Hard work without savage belief? Useless sweat. You don't have a motivation problem. You have a spine problem. You lowered the bar so low it doesn't even scrape your pride anymore. Rip the needle out. Feel the hunger rip through your chest. Scream it, I'm starving for more and I'll bleed rivers, break bones, and burn everything to take it. That roar doesn't fix your day. It forges new fucking bones. Fall if you must. Rise heavier every single time. You're already the message. Deliver it like the warrior you are. The arena is waiting. Burn it down. Stop, look at your shit right now, not the Instagram lie, the mirror truth. You're comfortable, yeah? Bills on auto pay, fridge stocked, scroll endless, routine locked, but inside. A slow scream, numb, bored, dying one Netflix episode at a time. That's the comfort grave. Society sells it as the prize. Get stable, get safe. Get the good life. It's a padded coffin. You stay because change hurts. You stay because what if worse? George Carlin nailed it. We're drowning in bullshit and we keep buying more. Comfort's the biggest con. It whispers stay put, it's easy. But easy is where dreams rot. You weren't born to rot in gray twilight. You were forged for war. We dope ourselves daily. Too tired. Not ready. Tomorrow. Everyone else settles. Bullshit. Those aren't reasons, they're excuses. The factory in your head runs 24/7, churning lies to protect your soft ass. Carlin would laugh till he bled. We buy shit we doen't need with money. We doen't have to impress people we doen't. Like then call it happiness. Comfort isn't freedom, it's chains disguised as pillows. It numbs pain, kills joy, keeps you small so you never face how massive you could be. Rock Lee proved dropout grind beats gifted talent. Naruto swore his nindo, no running, no breaking word. Edward Elric, pain forges lessons, sacrifice or stay meaningless. Your excuse factory. It's killing your nindo. Rip the plug, feel the hunger claw. Scream, I'm starving for real and I'll burn everything to claim it. That roar forges new spine, claw out how. Confucius, slow as hell, but don't fucking stop. Lao Tzu, 1,000 miles. One step, Sun Tzu. Know your weak ass first win before the fight. Roosevelt, strenuous life, toil, danger, bitter sweat, not ease, not hiding. Your weapon, one savage question at every comfort push. What would the best version of me do right now? Bed warm? Make terrifying? Excuse factory humming? Best you doesn't bargain, doesn't scroll, doesn't wait for ready, do the hard thing, cold shower, Rochruth bomb, risky yes, feel resistance. That's the chain rattling. Pull harder. Each break makes you unbreakable. How do you claw out of your own grave? Confucius gave you the map. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Lao Tzu at the first match. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Sun Tzu handed you the blade before battle. Know yourself. And you will not be imperiled in 100 battles. Roosevelt called it the strenuous life, not soft comfort, not ignoble ease, toil, danger, bitter effort, sweat, blood, and the glory that only comes from refusing to quit. Your weapon is stupidly simple. Every single time life tries to bury you, warm bed, heavy weight, terrifying mick, dry mouth, stop. Ask the only question that matters. What would the best version of me do right now? Best you doesn't negotiate, doesn't scroll, doesn't wait for motivation to show up. Feet hit the floor at 4259. Words come out raw even if they trip and stumble, because that's the sacrifice. One honest answer, one ugly, painful action, one higher standard. Your edge isn't gifted, it's hammered in the 30 seconds. You want to die, but you choose to rise instead. Own every damn piece. Your life is a mirror, hate the reflection. Stop cursing the glass, smash the excuses, step into the arena. It smells like sweat, old iron, blood, and failure. No spotlights, no safety nets, just real. Roosevelt's words are tattooed on every warrior's soul. The credit belongs to the man in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat, own the dust, own looking stupid, own falling 8 times. Those 8 falls aren't failure, they're data, wrong footing, bad timing, weak grip, dead-end path. 9th rise. You carry 8 lessons in your bones, smarter, meaner, unbreakable, and yeah. I'm dyslexic as hell. Words twist on me. Sentences fight back. Yet here I am unscripted, raw, recording these videos, speaking straight from the scars, jail time, cross-country survival. Every mile I walked through hell, every stumble you hear, that's me pushing past my own wiring to be better than yesterday. That's the strenuous life in real time. That's me living the exact message I'm screaming at you. Kamina roared it best. Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me who believes in you. But today? Believe in the you who has already survived worse and still shows up to speak truth anyway. You were not built small. You were not born to be another cold, timid corpse. You were forged to rise, to dominate your demons, to leave a scar on this world that time can't erase. No more hiding, no more good enough, no more waiting for someday. Right now, ask it raw, ask it ugly. What would the best version of me do? Then do it. No feeling, no permission, no retreat. Feel that fire ripping through your ribs. That's not fear. That's your edge waking up screaming. That's your real life calling your name. Answer it, ignite it, own it. Fall again if you have to fall harder, learn faster. Speak again, stumble prouder, because those stumbles are proof you're still in the arena. I'm dyslexic, battle-scarred, unfiltered, and I'm still here grinding reps to be better than yesterday. You can too. The world is starving for voices like ours. Real, raw, forged in fire. Burn the average alive. Rise heavier. Be fucking unstoppable. Look at your life right now. Not the filtered version, the raw, ugly truth staring back. Most men are already dead. They just haven't stopped breathing yet. Same alarm. Same weak coffee. Same soul-rotting loop they call stable. They mumble, this is fine. Good enough. I'm trying. That's not living. That's slow burial. Every good enough is another shovel of dirt on the warrior you were born to be. Theodore Roosevelt saw these walking corpses clear, cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. They never rock the boat, so the boat becomes their coffin at the bottom of the ocean. You weren't put on this earth to rot in gray twilight. You were built for war. Settling isn't safe, it's suicide by 1,000 tiny surrenders, that quiet voice in your gut. That's not anxiety. That's your soul screaming, I refuse to die average. Kill the sedative lie or it kills you. We lie to ourselves every damn morning just to stain, I am doing okay, it's not my season. Not everyone's meant to be great. That sedative is poison. It keeps your fire on life support while your potential rots. Rakli no chakra, no gifts. Pure dropout carved it in stone. A dropout will beat a genius through hard work. Naruto doubled down with unbreakable steel. I'm not gonna run away. I never go back on my word. That's mine ninja way. Edward Elric sealed it with blood. A lesson without pain is meaningless. No one gains without sacrificing something. Hard work without savage belief? Useless sweat. You don't have a motivation problem. You have a spine problem. You lowered the bar so low it doesn't even scrape your pride anymore. Rip the needle out. Feel the hunger rip through your chest. Scream it, I'm starving for more and I'll bleed rivers, break bones, and burn everything to take it. That roar doesn't fix your day. It forges new fucking bones. Fall if you must. Rise heavier every single time. You're already the message. Deliver it like the warrior you are. The arena is waiting. Burn it down. Look at your feed. What do you see? Polished gems, sunsets over the ocean with a quote about believing in yourself slapped across the middle in white font. You see rise and grind hashtags. You see people in $200 workout gear who look like they've never actually bled on a gym floor. We've turned motivation into a plastic industry. It's clean, it's sanitized, it's safe, and it's a lie. You scroll through these quotes like they're a snack. You get a little hit of dopamine, a little spark, and then you close the app and go right back to the same gray, mediocre life you were living 10 seconds ago. Why? Because motivation is cheap. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are as reliable as a weather report in a hurricane. What's deeply human isn't clean, it's messy, it's contradictory, it's earned through the ugly, unglamorous parts of life that don't make it into a 60-second reel. We've become addicts of the spark, but we've forgotten how to keep the fire burning when the wind starts howling. You're waiting for a quote to change your life, but a quote is just ink on a page or light on a screen. It doesn't have a heartbeat, it doesn't have a wound, and if the truth you're consuming doesn't have a wound attached to it, it isn't fuel, it's just entertainment. Here's the big lie we're all sold: we edit the suffering out of history. We quote Abraham Lincoln, "Government of the people, by the people, for the people." It sounds beautiful, right? But we forget that Lincoln was a man who suffered from a melancholy so deep he often couldn't even leave his bed. He wrote those words while his country was a literal slaughterhouse. That quote didn't come from a place of empty positivity. It came from a man standing in a graveyard. We quote Theodore Roosevelt about the man in the arena. We think of the hero. We forget the asthmatic kid who was so weak he thought he would die in his own bed. He didn't just find his edge, he forged it, because the alternative was extinction. This is why anime resonates with you more than some LinkedIn post. When Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist says, "A lesson without pain is meaningless," you aren't just reading a proverb. You're watching a kid who lost his arm and his brother's soul. You're seeing the trade. You're seeing the blood. When Itachi Uchiha from Naruto talks about reality being a lie, you know he is carrying the weight of a genocide he committed to protect the very brother who hates him. The lie you tell yourself is that you can have the ninja way without the suck. You want the freedom of the pirate king like Luffy, but you don't want to risk losing your crew. You want the victory over yourself that Musashi promised, but you want to do it while staying comfortable. Stop, look at the icons you truly admire. Stop looking at their trophies and start looking at their scars. Truth isn't found in the win. It's found in the wreckage of the loss. I'm dyslexic. I've lived a life that wasn't supposed to work on paper. I've sat in the dirt. I've looked at the bars of a cell. I've fallen not once, not twice, but 8 times. And here is what I've learned about the 9th time. The 9th time you stand up, you aren't the person who fell. You're a version of yourself that has gravity data. You know where the slick spots are. You know how the pavement tastes. You aren't starting over. You're starting upgraded, but most of you stay down at the 8th fall because you're worried about how you look. You're worried about your brand. You worried about the critics. Roosevelt talked about the cold and timid souls who never get dirty. You want a real fix? Use what I call the 100-year ghost audit. Imagine it's 100 years from today. You are a ghost. You are a footnote in history. Everything you're worried about right now, your reputation, your bank account, your perfect image is dust, gone. Now look at yourself today through the eyes of that ghost. That ghost knows you were capable of moving mountains. It knows you had mighty things in your DNA. How does it feel watching you sit on the sofa, scrolling through other people's quotes while your own potential rots in the basement? The fix isn't believing in yourself. Kamina in Gurren Lagann knew that wasn't enough. He said, "Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me who believes in you." Find the one truth that is simply true for you, not motivational, just true. I am currently settling, true. I am terrified of failing, true. I have more to give, true. Own that truth. Let it burn. Stop negotiating with your weakness. If you're going to be a student of life, you have to be willing to pay the tuition, and tuition is paid in effort, time, and the willingness to look like a fool in the arena. Own your stuff. Ownership isn't a mindset. It's a physical state. It's the smell of the arena. It's the grit in your teeth. Roosevelt didn't want you to be inspired. He wanted you to be marred. He said the credit belongs to the man whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood. Is your face marred? Or is it perfectly clean? If you're watching this and your life is comfortable, you're losing. If you haven't felt the shiver of doing something that scares the hell out of you in the last 24 hours, you are atrophying. You and I, we are the only ones responsible for the architecture of our lives. You aren't stuck. You are just refusing to move because you're waiting for the weather to clear. Guess what? It's going to rain forever. The perfect time is a ghost story told by losers to make themselves feel better about staying on the sidelines. Own the ninth time. Own the fact that you have to move the stones one by one, like Confucius said. Own the nindo. Your word is your law. If you say you're going to do it, it is a finished fact. Vegeta didn't get his power because he wanted it. He got it because he needed it. He was a prince of a dead race with everything to prove. His pride was his fuel. What is your fuel? Is it your desire to be comfortable? Or is it your need to see what you are actually capable of before the 100 years are up? The world doesn't need more motivational content. It doesn't need more polished gurus. It needs more truth. It needs people who speak from their scars, not from their scripts. It needs people who aren't afraid to fall 8 times and come back for the 9th with a look in their eyes that says, "Is that all you've got?" Dyslexic or not, unscripted or not, marred or clean, you have a choice right now. You can go back to the gray twilight, that safe, lukewarm place where nothing ever happens, or you can ignite the bone. You can find your edge. Stop looking at the sunrise and start looking at the stones in front of you. Pick one up, move it, then pick up another. Ask yourself the question, what would the best version of me do right now? Then do it. Don't think. Don't wait. Don't negotiate. The arena is open. The dust is waiting. Your real life is on the other side of the discomfort you're currently avoiding. Ignite it. Rise for the 9th time. Own your stuff. Thanks for listening. If this resonated, hit subscribe and let's get to work.